a Q&A. So close. I'm not saying never, but definitely not right now. Miss Ratchet Honey USA. Yeah. No. Am I lying? Hi. By the time you guys are seeing this, I've probably already talked about it on TikTok or posted something on Instagram. I am engaged. Look at her. She's so pretty. My hands are ashy right now, but isn't she so pretty? She's gorgeous. Anyways, just get that elephant out the room. Don't ask to see that man because he don't want to be seen. And that's how I like it. So let's do a Q&A. My YouTube app, and I'm just gonna scroll through and we're gonna answer questions. I look like somebody's auntie that's about to tell them off. Anyway. Okay, let's get to it. So this first one says, what type of relaxer do you use? Mind you, this is on a video. This is my 9-month relaxer retouch that I did in 2023. When I did relax my hair, I used Emotions. I never, well, I won't say I never, but I tried not to use the box relaxer. I don't know why it took me so long to say that. I used to always get the one that was like shelf stable already, like that the beauticians would buy. You can buy it yourself literally at the beauty supply store. You don't have to have like a license or anything. But the thing is you have to buy everything else separate. So you have to buy your neutralizing shampoo separate, which I kind of like because when you get the kit, to me, it felt like it was never enough neutralizing shampoo. Because when I tell you, I used to wash my hair so many times without neutralizing shampoo. So I wasn't about to be like Tina Turner. Because I'm not about to put no wigs on, baby. I get this question almost every week, a couple times a week. Do you flat iron weekly? And I'm not about to say this to be cute, but when I put the little title on there and it say weekly wash day, now that one I can understand because you can wash your hair weekly and not flat iron it weekly. But yes, I do flat iron my hair weekly is the short answer. But the question I do get a lot that I think is funny that people ask me is when I put weekly wash day and they ask me, do I wash my hair every week? And I'm like, yes, I do. Which verb oil doesn't weigh your hair down or make it greasy? I replied and said all of them because I haven't used a single verb oil that made my hair heavy or greasy. Like they are all like very nice lightweight oils. The ghost oil, obviously, I feel like is my favorite, but they also have the hydrate oil, which I feel like the name is a little misleading. Love verb, you know I love her down. But we know oil doesn't hydrate. The heat about to come on, y'all. Can you turn the heat off? Thanks. But then they also have the jojoba oil, which like comes with a little dropper. That was nice. I give that one away, or I'm giving that one away. I don't know if we've done the verb giveaway. Niara's Beautiful Christmas. If you're watching this, Niara's Beautiful Christmas is already going on full swing. You've probably missed like 2, 3, 4, 5 giveaways at this point. Lots of questions this one. It says, how often are you washing your hair? Have you found a blow dry brush yet? I wash my hair weekly, and you guys know I like the Duet blow dry brush. I just like GHD products. Like I like their like methodology, everything. Like I like the fact that everything's like set to 365. A lot of people think like, I get the thing a lot, it's not really a question, but the comment a lot like, oh, you need to crank the temp up on your flat iron. I can't, but even if I could, I wouldn't. GHD taught me that I just did not need as much heat as I thought I did in order to do my hair the way I want to. This one says, okay, this is on the Sacred Protection Collection video that I did. It says, I've never heard of a detoxifying shampoo, so it's interesting to me. I'm excited to compare it with the clarifying shampoo, but what kinds of toxins are in the hair that need to be removed, and can a regular shampoo not remove the toxins? I think when they just say detoxifying shampoo, they're just meaning like it's a cleanser that's just going to rid your hair of like all of the dirt. Like dirt is a toxin, okay? Like dirt, grime, grease, all that type of stuff. One of the biggest questions I get about the Sacred products is what's the difference between the detoxifying and the clarifying shampoo. And I don't know why it's such a like weird idea to wrap your mind around, like, or a hard idea to wrap your mind around. Because when I explain it, people are like, I still don't get it. The clarifying shampoo that comes in the white bottle has little granules in it. And that shampoo physically exfoliates your hair. And it's not even really your hair, really. It's more so for your scalp. It physically is, I'm sorry. People are in here watching football. It's physically exfoliating your scalp. It's physically lifting the dirt and grime up off of your scalp. And I honestly feel like that product is more targeted towards your scalp. I wouldn't necessarily like yes, it'll foam up and suds up and get to your hair too, but I think it's like more of a focus on your scalp. The detoxifying shampoo does that without a physical aspect to it. It doesn't have the little granules that physically exfoliates anything, but it still lifts all the dirt and grime up off of your hair. How often do you deep condition? Is it every wash day or once in a few weeks? I try to deep condition my hair every wash day if I have the time. If I don't have the time to apply heat, I at least want to put a deep conditioner in my hair and just let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. But ideally, I want to be putting the deep conditioner in and applying heat so that it penetrates my hair shaft. I have hair that is very prone to breakage, and it can be dry if I'm not like hydrating it enough on wash day. So that's why I choose to do that. If you feel like it's too much, like some people that have fine hair, maybe you might feel like that's too much for your hair. By all means, my hair is pretty thick, so it can take that, but you know, that's just what I do. I find it works for me. Has anyone ever won? I didn't even reply to this question. Has anyone ever won multiple times during the hours before Christmas? So I purposely try to spread the wealth with the giveaways. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I really do. I think that my giveaways are not to my own horn, but toot toot boop boop bam. Let them know, Greg. Miss Ratchet Honey USA. You never gonna hear me say boop boop and not throw that whole thing in there. Like, I wouldn't have one person winning 2 GHG flat irons. I just wouldn't. Sorry. What color is, we'll skip that. We'll keep this on here. This one says, what hair straightener do you use? I know a lot of you already know. I use the GHD Chronos, but in case you're new here, that's the one that I use. I use it almost exclusively. Like, if I'm not using that flat iron, I'm calling it out to you and I'm telling you why I'm not using that flat iron. Because that is my flat iron of choice. I love it. I don't know why. I just feel like only has an unbutton. It heats up to 365 degrees. That's it. And the reason why they say that or they do that is because they say that that is the optimal, the best, whatever, temperature for most hair types to straighten their hair without excessive heat damage. And I find that to be true, especially given how much I straighten my hair. And these curls pop back every time I put it under the water. Okay, so every time I talk about Lancome Idol, people are always like, what perfume are you using? This one says, is this the perfume, the nectar, which one? I've got 4 different versions of Idol in my cart. I don't know which ones I'm looking at reviews on. When I say Lancome Idol, that's literally it. Lancome Idol. When you search Lancome Idol perfume, only one will come up. Now, if you type in Lancome, well, I won't say only one will come up, but the main one that's gonna come up is the one that says Lancome Idol, nothing else behind it. Now, they do have different versions of it. Like, they have Lancome Idol Power, and they have the Nectar, which I don't like the Nectar at all. I don't like it. I think it smells totally different. Now, they have the Toilette and the perfume. I get the perfume because it has more perfume oil in it, so it lasts longer. That perfume lasts me all day. People smell me all day long. I've never used the Toilette, so I wouldn't know. But I for sure don't like the Nectar. I like the Bold, or the Power. That's what it's called. I like the Power, the one that comes in like the little darker bottle. That one's nice. I actually have that one and a backup bottle of it. But during Black Friday, I don't know if y'all see my ad. I looked so freaking cute. I filmed it sitting right here. Side note, all my girls that are content creators and you feel like you gotta go rent this space, get this photographer, do that. You need your phone and like a sliver of space. I could have done that sitting against a black or white wall or black wall or whatever. Like, you don't need all of the stuff in the world. You just need you. Make sure you're presented well. You're following their brief. It looks, that's it. That's all you need. Okay, this is a popular question. It says, can you time your wash day? I'm interested to see how long it takes. Mine is 4 hours, but it's because I roller set my hair. I'm probably never gonna time my wash day, and I don't know. Can somebody tell me in the comments why some people are like, if you've ever asked me why I time or how long it takes me, please let me know down in the comments what is so intriguing about how long it takes me to do my hair, because I don't think it really matters. And I'm not saying that to be like harsh or anything. I'm saying that in the sense of like, if you are somebody who is learning how to do your hair, how long it takes you to do your hair is going to be different than how long it takes me to do my hair, because you are learning. You're probably going to be moving slower, taking your time. Like, are you guys asking in the sense of like how long it takes her is how long it should take me? Because the two don't correlate. Because what you also have to factor in, and I say this every time, I bet you I said it in this one too, it takes longer than most because I'm filming. That's what I say every time, because I have cameras going everywhere. I'm usually filming on this camera. I might have my vlog camera going. I might have one phone going, and I might be on live at the same time. That's 4 different cameras. So how long it takes me, one, even if I wasn't on all those cameras, I'm pretty experienced at this. So I can move through, get my hair done really fast if I need to. But on top of that, we're not in the same circumstances. So like, I don't know. I'm just curious as to why you guys want to know how long it takes me to do my hair, because I quite frankly feel like it don't matter, in the sense of like, you just take your time and get it done. This one says, you've probably answered this question before, but why is it that you don't do your hair every 2 weeks, respectfully? I love when people say that, because I won't even say I love when people say that. I find it hilarious when people, and their questions with that, like respectfully, like as if like, I don't know. I think people take it as if like, I'm gonna bite you. I'm not gonna bite you, but I will get snappy back with you. Because sometimes I feel like people be being cute, and they do. They just try to throw an emoji on there sometimes, and I just be like, Anyways, I don't wash my hair every 2 weeks because I like my hair to be clean more frequently than that. I find that like I develop buildup and like dirt on my scalp pretty quickly. Like in a week, like I'm able to scratch my scalp and I have like stuff under my nails. I don't like that. And then it's also like, how am I gonna style my hair? I don't like to put my hair back in a ponytail all the time, because when I go into 2 week territory, that's when I'll start, let me slick this back into a bun, let me slick it back into a ponytail. And I don't want to start doing that. I don't want to start, like tomorrow, my hair is looking tired. That's why it's back in this claw clip. I got my little skincare headband on. It's probably gonna go back in a claw clip or something tomorrow because it is tired, baby. She's done. But my hair also just gets dirty really fast, or not even really my hair, my scalp. And so I like for it to be clean. This person says, have you retained any length at all within the past year? I didn't answer it. I cut my hair. So let's think about how this calendar year has gone. In January, my hair was out. It was out until like about April. I put my hair in my braids for the summer. Still growing out my relaxer. And then at the end of the summer, after 2, maybe 3 sets of braids, I think it was just 2, I took my braids out, and what little relaxed hair I had left on the ends, I cut most of it off when I did my haircut. So it might look like, oh, you haven't retained any length. I'm not counting like from this whole year. I'm counting like from the last, like when I last cut my hair, that's where I'm looking for to retain length. And that's why I do the length checks with you guys. Because this is the other thing. Everybody keeps asking me too, like, will you do twist outs or braid outs, or you should do a wash and go? One thing I will say, from somebody that is going from fully relaxed, been relaxed all their life, you think I'm about to go from that to a wash and go or a braid out or a twist out immediately? Like within the same year? Girl, no. That's why I feel like a lot of women back in the day when they were trying to go natural, it was such a hard, drastic left turn. It was like either you're relaxed and you wear your hair straight, or you're natural and you wear the bantu knots and the twist outs and you do a wash and go. It was like there was no in between. Like there were straight naturals, but they didn't call it that, and it wasn't very known. It was more so of just like, oh, you still straighten your hair. You're not straightening your hair back then. Almost was basically considered not being natural. Am I lying? Also, you're gonna see me doing everything with my left hand now. Get used to it. Yeah, no, not right now. At least I'm not saying never, because I also said I'm not going natural, but I'm not saying never, but definitely not right now. I feel like it's so drastic, and it's like that's something like I've seen y'all struggle stories with the wash and goes, and you know, I think because I've been so good at the silk press and like the straightening or whatever for so long, it's really hard to go from like my hair is perfection, basically, toot toot boop boop, bam, to now I'm on the struggle bus learning how to do another. I don't think I'm on one. This one asks, is Verb's ghost oil better than the Sacred's from your experience? I replied to this, what did I say? Which is true. I said I haven't used the Sacred oil that much to know. Out of the two, I've used the ghost oil the most. So that's what I would know. I'll say this. The Verb oil is thicker than the Sacred oil, but the Verb oil doesn't like stay and like weigh down your hair at all. So it's not even like a thing like, oh, it's heavier, so be careful with it. Just from what I remember, they're both really nice oils. Like they're both pretty like on par. I think it just depends on like a personal preference, to be honest. Like some products is really just a personal preference. Like, do you like how it feels? Do you like how it smells? Do you like the weight of it? All those types of things. Like if you're someone that has fine hair, you might like the Sacred oil more than the ghost oil, because the ghost oil is thicker. But if you have thicker hair that can take on that weight, you'll probably be fine. Although it is like a weightless oil, but if you have fine hair, like a drop of water will weigh your hair down. So it like, you might like the Sacred oil a little bit more. This one says, what heat temperature do you use, and do you use a heat protectant? I have burned my hair to the point where it looks like relaxer breakage. I already talked to you guys about what temperature I use. Is 365 because of the tools I use. Now, when it comes to heat protection, then let me know if I need to do a whole separate video on this. I use heat protection in every step of my wash day after I have rinsed out conditioner. So when I'm putting a leave-in conditioner in, I'm about to blow dry my hair, my leave-in has heat protectant. After I blow dry my hair and before I flat iron, I'm putting some sort of serum or something on my hair that has heat protectant. After I flat iron my hair and before I style it, I'm spraying on another heat protectant. So I apply heat protectant on my hair 3 different times during my wash day process. A lot of people are looking for like a giant bottle that says heat protectant. No, get a leave-in conditioner and read the back of it. What does it do? Or look it up online. What does it do? If it's a heat protectant, it will tell you, and it also protects heat up to X amount of degrees. Or it might say like prevents heat damage or something like that. Like find products that do multiple things. Find a leave-in conditioner that does multiple things. A serum that like does multiple things. Like you shouldn't need to put a leave-in in and then put like another heat protectant on top of that. Okay, this one says, your hair looks gorgeous as usual. How did you get your hair mojo back? Like seriously, I think I lost mine too. The thing is, well, one, I kind of started styling it back like how I used to in the old days, like when I first started doing hair content. So I would always do like those little spirally curls. I think the one thing, like when it comes to my hair right now, that is like the most challenging for me, and it's just gonna take some time, is my hair lays differently than it did before when it was relaxed. That's really the bottom line. Like, and that's just the case for like relaxed hair in general. Your hair is gonna lay differently. It's going to sit differently. It might curl a little differently. Like it's just gonna be it's not even like a drastic change. It would maybe like, I would feel a little bit better if it was like a drastic change and like, it's like, okay, your hair don't do that no more. But it's like, it's so close, but it's not all the way there. That's the thing that's the most frustrating. So, I think I just kind of started to succumb to the fact that like your hair is different now than it was. You were using a chemical to straighten your hair out and to plaster that hair down to your roots, baby, and now it is not. So now your hair needs to, like, you need to get acclimated to what your hair is doing. This person says, I do this to my hair every other week and I love it. I think she's talking about washing. And then she said, but I don't like the burn smell I get. Do you have any suggestion on what I can use to prevent or get rid of that smell? What did I say? I said maybe less products. It might be caused by using too much product and the heat is reacting to it. When you have like, cause I don't really have too much of a burnt smell on my hair for real. Yeah, it doesn't smell too burnt. Like it has like the typical like you flat iron your hair type of smell, but it's not like burnt. And I know what you're talking about because I've definitely experienced that before, but it doesn't smell like that for me. So I definitely think like if you're using too many products on your hair, the flat iron can literally just be like burning through the product, and that's why it smells like that. Yeah, because when I wash my hair, it smells good. It smells like the hair products that I'm using and not like a burnt smell. So maybe you're using too many products. Maybe you're using products that sit on top of the hair and don't actually penetrate the hair. Okay, this is like an older one. It's from braid season. It says, what do you, or it's from a video from braid season. It says, what do you do with the ends? I always dip my ends. If you're curious about my braids, I always dip the ends. So you have to make sure you find Kankalon or synthetic hair that says hot water set on it. And that's how you get like that like light flowy type of look. And I think that's gonna wrap it up because I think this is starting to go into questions that I answered in a previous vlog. Done with our Q&A. Where's my remote? I lose this remote every single time I film. Every single time. But that's it for our Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any other questions that you would like for me to answer, leave them down below in the comments. I try to get back to you guys all the time. And yeah. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. I hope you guys are paying attention to Niara's Beautiful Christmas. I'll link my socials down below. And I will see you next time.